One of the reasons I went on a downsizing journey several years ago was to simplify my life so that I would be on the hook less to people. I don't like being on the hook to people. Being on the hook to someone is you either owe them money, you owe them a favor because they did something for you. They came and helped you paint your house. Or being on the hook to someone financially or emotionally, to me, it's not freedom. There are some genuine people I've met in my life that have helped me, whether with their time, their talents, or even money, and they've never held it over my head. They've never extorted me, so to speak. Because there's a difference between a gift and a loan, between a gift and a service that you pay for. And there has been times in my life with some genuine people that I've been given a gift. And that's a blessing, but it's also rare. Because most times when people give you something, whether it's money, service, or emotional support, they want something back in return. You're on the hook to them. And when you have less things, you owe less people, you're on the hook less. And I'm guilty of it too. I mean, I remember I knew a couple girls that I thought were pretty, and I would do some work at their house or something like that. And I said, "Oh, you don't owe me anything but a cup of coffee." And it was really just like a doorway into getting to know them more, right? And once in a while I would bring it up like, "Oh, you still owe me that coffee, right?" And I had to catch myself as I matured, like, Sam, that's not right. Even though, it's something meaningless as far as, it's not like a heavy thing you're holding over their head. It's just not right. When you do something for someone, you should either tell them how much you charge, or you should just do it for free and expect nothing back ever. I had an electrical contracting business, and I had to build up my courage, build up my maturity, and build up my business communication skills by saying up front how much a job was going to cost, what I expected down, 50% down, and also saying, look, I can understand if you want to get several other estimates or whatever it may be. And I got a lot of business because I was always with my customers. I never tried to hide the cost. And if I did something once in a while as a gesture of friendship for free or something like that, it would be stated that. So I think it's very clear in life that you are upfront with people as best you can. I mean, I understand that not everyone can handle everything when you're dealing with emotions and just when you're dealing with truths of life. But less is more, including less relationships. And again, that's why I eliminated materialistic items, relationships, and debts, all different types of things. Because my life at this point in my life is based around being on the hook less. Because I don't walk around feeling like I owe people. And that allows me to be myself. It allows me to enjoy life a little bit more. I mean, look, as you get older, you could, if you position yourself, live life more on your terms, right? Because when you're 0 to 18, you're not living life on your terms. You're living life on your parents' terms. And even when you go to college or you start your career, you still depend on your parents and friends because you're launching off. When you get into your 30s and 40s, you should be launched off. You're in the prime of your life, the peak of your life. You should be pretty well independent. If you have a setback, then you regroup. We all have setbacks. But I think part of life, especially as you approach the middle age, is you want to be independent and you value independence. I value my independence. And I value not being on the hook to other people because that is true independence. Again, whether you're talking about financially or emotionally or in any other way. So I share this with you, and I hope that it helps a little bit on your journey. Don't be obligated to much so that you're not on the hook. Living below your means and not committing to heavy financial obligations that will cause you to not have the money to pay for a service, and then you have to ask a friend to come help you work on your house because you can't pay for a contractor. That's going to put you on the hook to them. Borrowing money from your parents for a down payment for a house, it's going to put you on the hook to them. Joining an organization, volunteering your time. If you're not direct with someone, or if you don't cut them off when they start to ask too much of your time, that's going to put you on the hook. I'm not saying there's something wrong with any of the things I mentioned necessarily at a certain season, but I definitely would caution everyone that there is no greater way to suffocate your freedom in life than to start to be on the hook to other people. Because just like a fish, when a hook gets caught in your mouth, they just pull you right out of the water. Think about that. Stay free.